Those are my words exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear outside is the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Way up there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking light make a free Mexican Air Force Escalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange and innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force, and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all, but they think the wine we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. That's why the free Mexican Air Force Escalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah, flying tonight.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toker too. You know I had to drop a track for my boy. Yeah, been in your racing boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting up fights on the tape. Calling that Boston since Kane versus A. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I don't know if he was simple like Muhammad Ali. Shut out Bruce Gas one day, we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toker too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little block on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shut out man, chat real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sample. Bruce pass me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Hey, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you could never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
My boy 150. What's happening? Who's gas? On the gas. Got a little nugget of do-si-do here that's kind of getting me through this little show here today. Forgive me if I'm shaking. Forgive me, I have this arthritis in my shoulder. Hurts like a motherfucker, but pain lets you know you're alive. And today's going to be a funky little show here, man. We're going to talk about something that I haven't heard any shows talk about here for a long time. And that's cocaine. Cocaine in the world of boxing. How drug use changed the world of boxing. How cocaine in boxing shaped it. It totally did some crazy things in boxing. Excuse me a sec here. You notice how clean this is? Like it's brand new out of the box. I hope that music's not too loud. I can't tell. I just want some nice little background stuff here to the blues. It's cocaine. Cocaine brought a lot of blues to a lot of people. And us, we're lovers of the boxing game. To forgive me as I bend down to pick a little tip from my Toker 2 here. The weed is not the cocaine. You know, a lot of us learned that the hard way, myself included, which is why I feel comfortable speaking on this subject. I get more comfortable as the night goes on, as you understand. The do-si-do. But anyway, man, we're gonna speak a little bit about how that ugly cocaine shit really did a job on the boxing world. See? Excuse me. Get myself ready for a line here. Man, those were, you know, I ran into the demon white powder. First of all, let me shout out everybody that came in here to see me tonight, because man, you know, I feel so good about that. I feel elated that people would come in here and you know, spend a little time with Bruce Gas, especially on this bizarre subject. A lot of people don't like to talk about it. A lot of people like to joke about it. You know, I mean, this is the real demon. This is the devil's marching powder. But anyway, man, Vaynich, first guy in here. He was in here at noontime today, bro. Yeah, cocaine, man. No, not the 90s, man. Long before that. MP, what the fuck? Salute, my brother. Salute. Joe, peace to you, man. Thanks for coming around. I see you around a lot lately, bro. Appreciate it, man. Carlos Mendoza, my brah. Salute. Iceman, everywhere. Salute, my brother, Iceman. John McSmith, bro. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Appreciate it. Memphis Freestyle 901. Salute to you, bro. Remy, my man. Remy, busy man. I see him everywhere. God bless you, my brother. William, old school on that, man. Salute to you, bro. And Norris of Loxley, bro. Sub to Norris of Loxley. You want to see a cat hitting that heavy bag like dud 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 dud. You're gonna be thankful you're not in the ring with him, bro. He's a rib breaker. So shout out to my brother Norris of Loxley. Mike Biggs, salute, man. Thank you for coming by. A blues is so appropriate to play with this. This music's not drowning me out, is it? I like the bass in a blues band too. Usually got some cat with shades on, cigarettes sticking out of his mouth. Probably shot a bag of dope before he came on stage. But anyway, man, let's go back to this cocaine. You know, I first had my first encounter with cocaine, I believe, was 1975. I was up in Boston, and I went to college. Cassandra, shout out, sister, man. Salute, man. Thank you for coming in. Class up this joint a little bit. I appreciate it. And see, in the 70s, you know, cocaine, it didn't have the stigma. It didn't have the stigma that we all know it carries today. You know, it was benign. It was innocent. It was, you know, people didn't have enough of it to fuck their lives up, I guess. PGH, Big Dog, my brother. Thank you for coming by. But this shit, man. You see, when I first tried it, I was a weed smoker. Shit, I was smoking weed since the fucking late '60s, bro. But the coke, that was an exclusive crowd who did that. You know, like you'd catch them at parties, huddled together, kind of. You know, people are memes, and you know they'd be doing little lines of this. They'd have the razor blades, the gold razor blades around their neck, the spoons. You know, it was kind of like a Studio 54 kind of a thing. You know, it was innocent. It was new. It was like the devil. You know what I'm saying, man? He comes in looking good and sharp and take you for rides and everything else and pick up the tabs. And man, I saw a lot of couples, man. They were that little cocaine. It was like it was kind of a hip place to be. But then, you know, I started seeing people running out of money before payday, and I saw arguments with couples about that's my half gram in there. Your boy Smoothie, salute my brother Slugger Sam, man. Shout out to you, man. I'm just going to talk about cocaine and boxing. I'm going to give a little bit of my education to cocaine. It doesn't take long to be educated to cocaine, man. You can get yourself a fucking PhD real fast. The problem is you have to make sure you use your head and take that knowledge and act upon it. And man, see, my coke days, I dabbled a little bit. People would turn me on every once in a while, like, you know, I'd make a good score. I'd have a few extra bucks in my pocket. I'd cop a half gram. I'd bring it to the apartment, turn the roommates onto it and shit. And we put the tunes on. And wow, this is not like this is different than weed. This is like, wow, this is. I mean, I think I'm going to clean the place up. I'm going to do the dishes. I'm going to call my mother. It was like, it was exaltating. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Your first line of coke. It was like, woo. But then, you know, I got out of that scene. I moved out of Boston. I got real, and you know, I eventually ended up back in the town that I'm in now. Actually, not this town, but the next town over. But anyway, man, I was buying a lot of weed, and this dude I was buying the weed from, he was a connected Italian gentleman, and he comes over one day. He's got the weed, and he says, "Hey, my uncle's got this stuff and he wants to know if you can do anything with it. And it was these fucking grams of coke in little individually little wrapped baggies, and he didn't know who to sell it to. This was in 1977, and I said, oh yeah, because there was a select few. It wasn't like everybody. People have heard of this shit. It was still so expensive. Mr. Sheldon, my bra, salute, man. Tony Boswell, salute. Mr. Sheldon, I'm up here smoking some do-si-do, in case you're interested. I'm talking about cocaine and boxing, bro. Well, I haven't even gotten into it yet. I'm still getting loose over here, man. Still getting a little buzz on and telling you about my experience with this fucking devil's dandruff. And so I'm like, yeah, man. I said, yeah. I didn't have any money, and he's like, oh, bro, just you take it, and I'll come back and we'll talk about it. And dude, I called him up the next day. I said, oh, this is gone, and plus I had the privy of snorting as much as if I wanted. So I'm like, wow, this is motherfucking shit. But anyway, man, that was my real introduction to having as much coke as I really wanted to do, as I could do, and for about a year, in fact, the whole year of 1978, I snorted at least a gram every day. It was easy. I was wheeling and dealing. It was fucking boom, boom. All my friends were doing it. All my so-called friends, kind of like my YouTube friends and shit like that. But anyway, bro, it was fun. After a few months of this regular thing, it wasn't like a pick-me-up buzz. It was more like a fucking like chains. I couldn't even leave the couch. I would be snowblind. And it wasn't fun. It was an addiction to a drug. You had to do it every day. Get up in the morning, you do a couple of lines of coke so you can get up, and then at night, at 9 o'clock, I'm not going to do any more coke. And you do one line, 10 o'clock comes, 11 o'clock, and you're up till the fucking birds sing. But it's a nasty drug when you abuse it, when you even use it. But anyway, man, after that, I woke up. I said, fuck this shit, man. I could see all my money going, even though I was selling it and making money on it and shit like that. But you couldn't get enough or have enough. And, I found myself getting stingy. I didn't want to turn people onto it. Even my girlfriend, oh, no, I don't have any more. I don't have any more. She'd go to bed. That was how it fucked me up, man. It made me very selfish. And it brought the devil out, you let yourself go physically. And man, when you're a professional boxer, and bro, this was the late 70s. And when boxing really got in, when cocaine got into boxing, Jeff Lucietta, bro, salute, sliding counter. Peace, my man. When it creeped its head into boxing in the 80s, so you talk about like how it got to the heavyweights, man. And I swear, man, Larry Holmes was not a coke user or abuser, but his opponents, his potential opponents, so many of these guys lost it all because of this nasty powder. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna start talking about a couple of them here, man. I'm gonna have to look in my notes. I couldn't remember. I probably could, but I didn't want to make a fool out of myself. So anyway, man, I jotted a few things down. And one of the first I remember, man, Leon Spinks, Antonio Richardson. Salute to you, bro. Leon was a wacko from the beginning. He was on something. You didn't know what, but then as we live and learn, Leon was on the coke, man. He was crazy. And after Leon beat Muhammad Ali, floodgates were wide open. The floodgates were wide open, and if Leon had used his head, I mean, because he went from the heavyweight champion to one of the worst heavyweights in the world, real fast. Maybe his crazy lifestyle. If he had they always say, man, Leon's straight, but then they've never seen Leon straight. But he could have won the Ali rematch, because we saw how good he was in that first fight and how Ali was a shell of himself. It wasn't that Ali was all that much better. It's just that Leon Spinks was fucking gonzo. And man, he made it even, he fought Larry Holmes. Like I said, man, sometimes that coke was just like one of Holmes's left jabs. And, and, dude, and for the heavyweights, man, like I saw somebody put Michael Dokes out there. And Michael Dokes, he was a partier. Furioso, bro, salute to you, man. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Hit that like if you guys can, man, and sub to my channel because I'm trying to get more subs up. Why I don't know, bro. Why I don't know, but kind of looks cool out there when you look at it the next day. I see a few more subs here, man. My tip of the day, man: drink water, drink more water, especially in this fucking climate right now, man. Right now, it's probably 85 in here. It's not. I don't know, man. I'm too cheap to turn the air conditioners on. That's actually the bottom line. And living on the water here, man, we don't need any air conditioners, man. That's for the weak. A lot of water, a lot of weed. I gotta have another Toker 2 hit here, man. But yeah, Michael Dokes, man. I remember reading when after Michael Dokes won that heavyweight championship from Mike Weaver, that first round knockout, which was fucking, that was Joey Curtis. Fast call, panicky. Ray Boom Boom Mancini just killed Dooku Kim in the ring. I mean, every eye was on boxing, the killer sport. There was another death in there, Johnny Owens and Lupe Pintor. It's funny how these things I remember, man. I can't remember. I went to my class reunion the other night, bro. I couldn't remember anybody. I couldn't remember anything, man. I couldn't, anyway, man. Forget the memory because I'll just fuck it up anyway. But Michael Dokes, what I do remember is New Year's Day after that victory. He was Michael Dokes. He didn't have a house, man. He'd go to a hotel. He'd go to the Sands, wherever it may be. He'd rent the whole floor, and he had a whole floor. He was in a bathtub full of champagne, snorting cocaine, hookers everywhere, watching college football on New Year's Day. And this is the heavyweight champion of the world, Michael Dokes, who lightning fast hands. But sad because we saw Michael Dokes ravaged, man, over the hill. Got old before our eyes, and we even saw a glimmer of the old Michael Dokes because he got straight. I remember when Michael Dokes got straight because I was for him, man. I love an underdog and a recovering addict, man. I can relate to that. But Michael Dokes, he had a brief comeback, and then he ran into Evander Holyfield. Oof. It was sad, but this is one of the many victims, man. Pinklin Thomas. Anybody remember Pink? He had a fucking jab like a telephone pole. And he would have given a prime Pink and Larry Holmes. That would have been an awesome battle. Just do salute my brother, salute. And that would have been an awesome battle. But Pinklin, he was the story behind his fights, man. They always talked about him surviving drugs at a younger age, but unfortunately, Pinklin Thomas got back into the drugs again. I wonder if I can put up a little thing to show some fights in here while we're going over. We can bring some of these fights up. I can make a little small screen back here for you. Let's see if I can. I'll do this here, man. Let's see if we can find a. Yeah, man. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Whoops, made a mistake there. Sorry about that. Gotta have my music in the background, man. Guts to have my music in the background. Gotta find it here again, man. I need a director of entertainment out here. Here we go. Okay. This should get me this. I'm doing this one hand because I got the Toker in the other hand. But I think I'll be all right here, man. I think this should be okay. Nope, that's not the right one. Damn. And I'm going to have to go back and do it this way, which will be easy enough. Let's see. Here we go. See? Got my tunes back on there. Now I got to find this fight again here, which will be no problem. I can do this with one hand, like I just said I will. But I got to have that music to drive me to do it. Put that. Yeah, we can put that on a small screen. That looks like it should work. Let's see how that goes here, man. This is Holyfield against Pinklin Thomas, and this was a ravage of Pinklin Thomas because Pinklin had a great career. Like I said, he had a ramrod jab, and he had a right hand, man, and he's taking on Holyfield, who's moving up to the heavyweight division. He's a solid heavyweight. And, Pinklin was a shell of himself, but he was a name for Evander Holyfield to have. But, I mean, the sad thing is, if you see some of Pinklin Thomas's earlier fights, and then you look at this fight, man, and you see, Pinklin with a shaved head doesn't look quite right, for one thing. Tony's Coffee House, man, salute. Impala, peace, my brother. But here we go, man. We're gonna check out Pinklin Thomas. He's got Angelo Dundee in his corner too, man. But unfortunately, the cocaine has gotten to Pinklin Thomas. You're looking at the a 30-year-old Pinklin Thomas who I'm gonna say 30 years old because he wasn't old. By today's standards, peaking. But I mean, he had a ramrod jab. And look at that. It's just a pouring jab. And he's got a young, hungry Evander Holyfield who's moving up, getting ready to conquer the heavyweight division. There's another one, man, that ravaged by cocaine. And that was Jerry Cooney. Jerry Cooney told me himself. He said after he knocked out Ken Norton in the first round, the first thing he did, somebody gave him a line of cocaine and a shot of Jack Daniels. And it was fucking never stopped right through the Larry Holmes fight. And can you imagine if Jerry Cooney was straight? I mean, the wrecking ball left hook. I mean, he fought a prime Larry Holmes. Maybe he's not going to beat Larry Holmes that night, but a comeback. But man, cocaine all around my brain. And Pinklin Thomas, man, he's just a young, aggressive, headbutting, as you say, McSmith. Yep. I mean, this was Holyfield's third hand. But if the referee doesn't call it, you know what I mean? And who's that refereeing, man? Is that I can't think of his name. That's how bad Frank Cappuccino, I believe. Just saw a little bit of him, but anyway, man. But this was sad to see Holyfield. I mean, sad to see Pinklin Thomas. The cocaine, bro. I mean, the cocaine. And like I said, if Jerry Cooney If it hadn't invaded his life, man, who imagine what Jerry Cooney could have been with that wrecking ball left hand. You know, it's mind-boggling, but that's another one of the tragedies. You know, Tony Tubbs, an amazing boxer. You know, unfortunately, a debilitating coke habit could not save Tony Tubbs. Chem Smoke, salute, bro. Tony Perez. Holyfield with Lou Duver in his corner. But man, you know, the deterioration of Pinklin Thomas. Like I said, man, Tony Tubbs, a shell of himself, went down real fast. He had lightning fast hands, good reflexes, won himself a title. But the cocaine got him too, man. Big John Tate. We all remember Big John Tate, man. I saw somebody mention him earlier today. You know, Big John had a promising future, incredible amateur experience, bronze medalist, I believe. But once Mike Weaver knocked him out, he was never the same after that. He said he got into a tremendous cocaine funk. And, you know, I remember seeing him when he got knocked out by Trevor Berbick on the undercard of Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran in Montreal. And Berbick just beat him up. I mean, Tate ended up turning his back and running away, got pounded 3 times in the back of the head. And, you know, Big John Tate never lost what we real. Salute my brother. But that cocaine, man, if that cocaine is fucking destroyed, it's totally changed the landscape of boxing. You guys remember Oliver McCall? You know, this is the cat that knocked out Lennox Lewis. Oliver McCall, man, he had the psychological breakdown. They say Don King got him right out of rehab. I don't even think Don King knew how powerful this stuff was, bro. You know? But that was the Oliver McCall could have had a great career. You know, maybe greater than, who knows, man? Who knows? It's always like what ifs. But I'll tell you, if the coke wasn't there, these fighters would have been more productive. Now, I'm not going to say they would have been altar boys, because, man, let's face it, boxers throughout history, boxers always was shady shit, man. They had booze problems behind them. They had women problems, gambling, all kind of shit, man. All kind of shit. But they snapped out of it. Come fight time, man. You know, boxers were there. They were the motherfuckers that we thought they could be, would be, and were in that ring. But cocaine, that was a different animal, man. When cocaine came around, man, really brought some of these guys down. And like I said, Oliver McCall, you know, who knows after that, losing to Lennox Lewis, but I guess that was too late. I don't know, man. I remember he beat Larry Holmes on a decision when he did have that WBC belt. But you know, it just wasn't meant to be. He was one of the guys who probably could have had a hell of a fight with Vladimir Klitschko. But bro, that was the it took a big toll on heavyweights, man. Remember Burt Cooper? You guys remember smoking Burt Cooper? Always made a good showing on Tuesday night fights. ESPN fights, man. Skull Asylum, bro. Salute, man. Salute. But you know, so many of them. We could go down the line, but let's forget about the heavyweights for a second here, man. Let's one of the first boxers that I heard about the drug problem was was the legendary Puerto Rican Esteban de Jesus. You know, he beat Roberto Duran. Roberto beat him, rematched him, but you know, he was an incredible lightweight at the time. You know, back in the early '70s, and you know, I heard that he shot someone. He was in prison, contracted HIV, ended up dying of full blown AIDS. You know, there was some words about Roberto Duran said in there. He was heartbroken. He saw him in the hospital, but that's cocaine, man. I mean, look at our boy Sugar Ray Leonard, man. Everybody's hero. I love Sugar Ray Leonard, man. I thought he was seeing him live and watching him go right through his opponents on Wide World of Sports. You know, winning the welterweight title, junior middleweight title, unifying it. I mean, fucking dude was amazing. But during his early retirement, his forced early retirement after who was it after him? Was it Larry Bonds or? But anyway, man, it's after his early retirement, Leonard got into the coke. You know, and he still managed to do a lot after that. But then it's another one. What could have been? You know, would he have come back sooner, fought more often, maybe gained more titles? You know, as it was, the light heavyweight when he fought Lalonde, which he was coked out, man. And without the problem, who knows if Leonard and Hagler would have been made earlier, maybe we would have seen a better fight. But you know, I mean, damn, man, that's another one. Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, but see, he landed on his feet. He did okay. I think Sugar Ray Leonard smartened up, and that's the thing about cocaine, man. It's an education, and you don't want to fail that. That's like failing life, because afterwards you realize it's not fun anymore. It's not the harmless Peru, the shit that everybody, you know, it's poison. Look at Aaron Pryor. Huh. But yeah, man, we're watching Evander Holyfield ravage a body that cocaine has ravaged in Pinklin Thomas. And I go all over the place here. But, I mean, we're sticking with our basic theme. Let me do another hit of this weed, because we don't I don't put weed in the same category as fucking narcotics, man. See, I get my stuff all mixed up over here, so I'm going this way and that way. As long as I don't break the bong, pour some shit on my equipment to spread out over here. Well, bro, the last time I did coke was in the fucking in the '90s. I might have done a line or maybe smoked a fucking hit on a crack pipe. But you know, it's a good thing I never found crack when I was doing coke heavy duty. I'm sure I would have been smoking a crack pipe, because coke was, when I did coke, I was in my early 20s, maybe 23. And man, I know I woke up fast. The shit is garbage. It's going to fucking kill you. I hear these guys on here now talking about it. Oh, you know, I went out the other night, man. Yeah, I did a few lines, man. We went out. It's like, bro, you know where that's going to go, man. You know where those few lines are going to go? That's going to go to the fucking, if you don't quit that shit, it's going to fuck you up, man. It's going to fuck you up. How many old cokeheads do you know? Con Sean just said that he's 50 years old, too late for that. You know, and that's a good thing, Con Sean, because you don't see 50-year-olds doing coke, bro. Gives them fucking stroke out, man. Heart attacks. Fucking Christ. All kind of nasty shit. But the boxes we're looking at here, man. Pinklin Thomas, one of the sad victims of coke. And you know, Pinklin, you can see him. He's gassed. He's holding on. He don't know what's going on. Skull Asylum. I like that music you play over there, bro. I always go over there. I hear something from my generation, hear from your generation, man. Good stuff, bro. Mr. Mechanical, my brother. Salute. But yeah, man, basically a shutout all the way around for Evander Holyfield. This is great music to play with a fucking with a cocaine themed fucking show, isn't it, man? But we're watching Evander Holyfield just pick apart a jab. Robert Stroud, salute, brother. But I mean, Holyfield is just wailing on Pinklin Thomas, who Pinklin Thomas was unstoppable, man. You know, before Tyson and Holyfield, I mean, Pinklin Tom, I didn't even think Tyson stopped him, did he? Tyson just beat him up. Because Pinklin, when he fought Tommy Morrison, a shadow of himself. These are ravages, man. You know, this cocaine. This is some bad shit, man. What round are we in here, man? See, I wasn't really. I kind of had this on my television set over my shoulder here, man. Like being at home and watching it on and turning it around, but also including the terrible toll that Coke took on boxing. You know, it was a nasty fucking thing, man. I want to throw on an Aaron Pryor fight after this. But, you know, we're looking at Pinklin Thomas, who was once a great inside fighter. Who had a jab, who kept you away. You know, I think Pinklin in his prime, a straight, clean Pinklin, man, would have been a great fight. It would have been a much better fight than this. I mean, I almost don't want to even watch any more of this fight. You know, Pinklin's really hanging on for dear life over here. No problem, G5, man. I'll be looking out for you, bro. I'm talking about the cocaine up here, brother. The fucking what Coke did to the boxers. Fucking sad way to go for boxing, man. You know, if Coke wasn't around, you know, because I'm not going to say like I said earlier, all the boxers had their side gigs, man. But the Coke stopped that, you know. But who's to say? You know, these guys aren't choir boys. A little bit of slow motion here. I think this fight ends in round 7. We'll watch another round. Now, I don't even want to speed it up. Out of respect to Pinklin Thomas. Genghis Khan 36, man. Yes, sir, bro. R.I.P. to the great Curtis Sugar. You know, he sits up there with me, bro. And you know, I never met him in the flesh. I spoke to him in chat rooms before. I spoke to him on emails. I never talked to him on the telephone. But you know, he moved me so much, bro. He was so real. He was so real. He taught me a lot about how to act out here. And you know, God bless my brother Curtis Anderson. He would dig something like this, man. You know, he was in New York City. He saw all this shit go down up close and personal, man. He saw fucking Coke, fucking like an axe, just go right into boxing, take a big fucking chunk out of it, man. You know, and what ifs, what could have been, what could have been. You know, we're talking about Aaron Pryor, Aaron the Hawk Pryor. I mean, damn. I watched Aaron come up from an amateur. Howard Davis was the gold medalist, the star, and Aaron never got his shot at lightweight because that was for Howard Davis. And there were other American fighters that were more in favor than Aaron Pryor, but Aaron said, "Fuck it, I'm going for the 140-pound title." He went up there and he got it. It's Lennox Blackmore, I believe. And he was like an amazing fighter. He just come forward, get knocked on his ass, get up, come forward again. Never got beat. Always knocked his opponent out. He was a fucking unbelievable fighter. I was waiting for him not to get up, but he just always did. And man, Aaron Pryor, great fighter. One of the greatest fights I ever saw. Aaron Pryor and Alexis Aguayo, the first fight. Whew. Imagine watching that fight live. Being a fan of both fighters. Man, oh man, oh man. That was when you got your money's worth, bro. That was HBO. I didn't have HBO. I went to my sister-in-law's house. She worked for HBO. Nobody in my whole town area, there was no HBO, only for the people who, I guess, special people who worked there, because it was experimental and they were just wiring the place for. It wasn't even a signal. I'm not even sure, but she had it at her place, and I was there, and man, not a boxing fan in the house, man. Mostly all women. I was like a fucking nut in front of the TV that night. Yes, sir, bro. The list goes on and on and on. And if you stopped in a little bit earlier, bro, I went right through the heavyweights that I could think of, and now I'm going through some of the lighter weight fighters, and we're gonna anybody wants to name some of the fighters that they saw the fucking Demon Cocaine, fucking oh man. I remember the first time I heard that song, Cocaine, running around my brain. I never experienced it before, so I thought it was a cool thing. There's a cat named Dave Van Ronk. I don't know if any of you guys ever listened to him, but Google him and check it out sometime. Cocaine Blues by Dave Van Ronk. I saw him in a club in Newport. In fact, he got me in the plea. I didn't even know who he was. I'm standing out there with my cousin. We're listening to the opening act, and he's out there talking, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, "You shut up so I can hear this." And he said, Anyway, this was Dave Van Ronk. He was the featured attraction. He's a legend. He's in the Folk Hall of Fame. I tell him to shut up. He brings me in, and I didn't have a cover, so he didn't pay the cover. Just said to the guy at the door. But anyway, man, that was when cocaine was glamorized, and we learned what the shit that it was. Yep, Dewan Johnson, for sure, bro. Dwayne Thomas, man. Yeah, he went through all of them, bro. Cocaine by Jackson Brown. Well, see, this was the original version. I don't know who wrote it, but Dave Van Ronk, he did it before Jackson Brown. He did this one in the fucking, I think the late 60s or the early 70s or something, but this is the original. I didn't like to pull it up over here. Maybe I will. See if I can find it. See, Pinkman Thomas is plodding ahead. In his head, he still thinks he might have that fucking 1-2. Because man, he had a 1-2 that was so fast and so accurate for a while, man. I thought Pinkman was going to be the man, but then he got when he was fighting Witherspoon and Burbick, he just you knew he was back on the shit again. Because believe me, it takes one to know one. And I'm a gratefully recovering addict, bro. Drugs fucking ruined a big part of my life. Thankfully, with the grace of God, I haven't picked up a mind-altering substance. And the last time I did a benzo maybe 4 years ago. But aside from that, man, I haven't done an opiate or a cocaine, any of that shit, man, almost since the 2000s. Way back way back. But drugs are fucking nasty. I smoke a lot of weed, so. Who am I to say? Some people say that's just as bad, blah, 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 but nah. You're not going to show me anybody smoking a lot of weed that's lost a career. Well, maybe a couple of people, but I think there was other stuff in there involved. Like the Drunken Master, he was smoking weed all the time. And I was told by other fighters who fought with him that smoked too much weed. He smoked too much weed. There's a time and a place for everything. But see, Pinkman's gone back to his stool. I think Angelo Dundee just said that's enough. That's enough. I don't believe he comes out for the 7th round. Yeah, see, that's it, man. That's it, man. But I'm gonna find Aaron Pryor because we're gonna get back to the to the fighters who cocaine fucked. And this was one of like I said, man, I can't say enough superlatives about this fucking guy. There we go. With the beauty of our lovely StreamYard, we're gonna watch Aaron Pryor. This was Aaron's comeback fights. He was out there, and Aaron, man, you can tell Aaron's on that Colombian marching powder. And see, it affects different people differently. Aaron, he was wound and ready to go, man. You know, he's undefeated at this time. And this dude that he's fighting, man. Oh, my buddy G5 stopped in here. One of my buddies who do Tuesday night fights. And this is a weird Tuesday night fight. G5, what's happening, bro?
Brucey, my brother, what's going on, man? Salute to the chat. What's up, everybody? Man.
Oh, what did I do? Put that fight on? Is that fight still on there? I'm gonna have to. I think I gotta do this. Yeah, there we go. There it is, man. Yeah, G5. I didn't have any boxes to bring on here tonight.
That's fine, man.
And I said, I think this is a story that a lot of people should talk about it because it's something that's not to be forgotten. Because if you forget fucking history, man, it's bound to repeat itself. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm. Always. History always repeats itself, man. You know, only thing that's different is the players and the characters in the game, man. And the uniform or whatever they wear. Other than that, shit don't change.
Well, I hope this changes, man.
It might evolve, you know what I'm saying? But the basis of it is still the same. You know, still gonna be based off how it was. A few little tweaks and things of that nature. That's about it.
Bro, did you ever have any people any friends of yours or parents or relatives who had problems with coke?
I mean, I wouldn't say they had problems with it. They dabbled and dabbled with it though. Like I've been around. I've never played with my nose or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I had people that my buddies that smoke. Sometimes they got them like a little, you know what I'm saying, a little 8-ball and just they don't go through it right that in that one setting, but they'll hit them a bump here and there. You know what I'm saying? After they burn one and keep on going. It didn't bother me.
Well, you see the thing with these fighters, bro, because this was the beginning of crazy money. Back in the early '80s, they were giving out paychecks. Boxing were getting unheard of money because boxing was on television. Why Will the Sports, CBS, ABC, then ESPN, HBO. These guys were getting paid like you never heard of. They couldn't handle their money, bro. And coke is out there, and these beautiful women. And man, I mean, it was a whole new frontier.
Man, they had that. In the '80s, y'all had that good Colombian bam bam. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had that pure shit. 70s, 80s. A lot of people they had that pure shit. So yeah, I understand. I see why someone was getting hooked. That they was getting hooked off the shit. When I was in college. Imagine a straight drop shit. So I don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? I moved it, you know what I'm saying? I moved it, but I've never partaken in it or nothing like that.
I've done enough of that to fill a fucking 100 kilo boxes. You know what I'm saying, man? I went through that like it was fucking baby powder, man, everywhere. And I was like Aaron Pryor and all these guys, But fortunately, through the grace of God, I stopped doing this stuff. I never had to go to a rehab. Never had any of that.
Right.
No, in fact, I felt better when I stopped than when I was doing it. You know, I felt your body
Mhm.
heals because it takes so many. It takes the vitamin D out. It takes calcium out. It's the
Mm.
nastiest shit. And plus, you don't eat right when you're doing this shit. You don't sleep right. Your body's susceptible to infections. I mean, it's a people who do this on a daily basis. They're fucked. Aaron Pryor was one of them. He went from pound for pound. This guy was pound for pound. Like I'm not talking about Devin Haney beating fucking Cambosis and not being on a pound for pound. I'm talking about a guy who beat every champ out there, who had a resume and was just a killer. I mean, he beat Alexis Aguayo, bro. But he was like unstoppable, Hall of Fame bound, and Coke made him a bum. I mean, it made him a fucking a terrible boxer.
Hey,
He
it
lost it
ate his
all
body away, man.
on the
It ate his
street,
body away.
homeless.
Hey, it will eat you away. Like eat you alive. Like you'll be looking the part on the outside, but your insides are getting destroyed. I know people, they said they felt better after they stopped dibbling dabbling with it. It's like, you know what I'm saying, food tasted better, you know what I'm saying, their appetite was back right, you know what I'm saying, a whole lot of different things, Bruce. So yeah, it'll mess you up.
Yeah, and it took its toll on Aaron Pryor. And this was his only loss. And this was on Y World on NBC Sports World and Genghis Khan. I don't know what these tracks are, bro. This is just copywritten free music that I found out there that I can play as background stuff. But it's pretty cool though, you know. It beats the hell out of me to keep playing that fucking StreamYard shit, man. That'll drive you nuts.
Mhm.
Louis F. Salute. We're watching Aaron Pryor in one of his last. He fought after this, but he just went through the motions, and who knows if they paid him in money or if they paid him in with an 8 ball or whatever. You know, I mean, he was a sad case. I think he passed away. I'm not sure, man. You know, I'm so bad about it. But look at that, Aaron Pryor going down. You'd never see that. You'd never see that. And what? Check this out. Look at him. I mean, this was so sad. Robbie Sims. I never really heard that, but I'm sure I could find that one out too easily enough. But I believe it because man, the '80s were fucking crazy. And Aaron Pryor's walking around like he's still the old Aaron Pryor because he could slip those punches, move that head. He had side to side. I mean, this dude was like totally complete. Plus, he was a brawler. And man, he's just Bob. And this dude he's fighting. This is Bobby Joe Young. He came up the scene after Sugar Ray Leonard, and he was one of the young lions in the welterweight division. Sugar Ray Leonard avoided him. He fought Kevin Howard, who was mentioned in the same article as Bobby Joe Young. Kevin Howard was the guy who floored Sugar Ray Leonard in Worcester. Sugar Ray took another retirement after that fight. That was one of his comebacks. But but this dude, Bobby Joe Young, there was a lot of promise out there for him. He didn't pan out, but this was one of his big moments, big nights. You know, I kind of felt bad for Aaron Pryor, but I felt good for Bobby Joe Young. You can tell this is the East Coast too. Something about fights in the East. I don't even know if it is, but I'd almost guarantee that this fight's in the East. Oh, nice right hand by Bobby Joe.
Yeah, that was a nice right hand right there.
Mm. But yeah, man, and in his greatest fight, I think, man, that like I was talking about earlier, his fight with Alexis Aguayo, man. You know, it's hard to say that Aguayo was doing coke when he was fighting, but towards the end of his career, H Money, my brother, salute, bro. Thanks for coming by, man. I heard that towards the end of his career, he was doing the fucking he was doing the coke, and who's to say if Aguayo didn't do coke and he had come back and Pryor had to come back the way that he did, who's to say it wouldn't have been different, man? You know, Aguayo might have, you know, that was a weak time for 140, if I recall. Saul Mombi, Haley. You know, there weren't a lot of killers at the junior welterweight division. Billy Costello, who Aguayo beat. I mean, Aguayo could have done something, but you know, instead, you know, he had that political career, and I don't know if the coke fucked with his mind or what, but he eventually ended up committing suicide. You know, and who's to say what you know what would have happened to Aguayo if he had laid off the stuff? But like I said, man, that was a scourge of boxing in the fucking 80s, bro. And believe me, I was there, G5. I watched that shit go down. I seen it happen to my friends. I seen it happen to people I knew. And then, you know, when they learned how to cook it, and when they learned that you could do it with a needle and not have to snort it and get really, really fucked up, bro. I mean, it was fucking nuts. AIDS, Hep C, all that shit going down. You know, and they the boxers knew it. Oh, did my tunes just go out? I'm gonna have to put this up. I'm gonna have to. Well, we'll watch the rest of this fight. Then I'm gonna go. I gotta go back there and put some tunes on. I thought I had my.
Your tunes.
Yeah,
the okay, tunes,
I can't. I gotta put this on hold for a second here, man. We got to stop this.
Bruce, I understand, bro. Silence. Oh man, it's weird as hell, man. Not that background, something, you know, to keep the people going and shit.
I love them tunes, man.
Yeah, that's why I started just downloading stuff that I, you know, different beats and shit like that I like, other than the elevator music shit.
Let's see here, man. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here.
But before all the bullshit, yeah, way up, man.
There's a little background stuff to the
man. Vicious body puncher, man.
Unbelievable, and he had a cannon for a right hand. Oh, Alexis Aguayo was fun to watch, and he had a great career.
Man.
But at the end of his career, he found that white stuff too. But here we go, man. Aaron Pryor, who was a total standout, man, at 140. And he was actually a small 140 pounder. And he was groomed for a fight with Sugar Ray Leonard. That's the fight they wanted to see. Coke got in the way of that fight. If one wasn't fucked up, the other one was. Aaron Pryor had a manager named Johnny De La Rosa.
See, Pryor and Leonard, like you said before.
Well,
Leonard, just a fight that we didn't get to see that we wanted, man.
I'll tell you why. Because the fight was signed. Oh, here we go, man. Here we go. But Buddy De La Rosa, he turned down the money, and Aaron Pryor was going to take the money. I think it was $300,000. I'm not sure. Curtis Anderson told me this, and he came back and said he couldn't make the fight. Pryor found out about it, and he was all pissed off. But instead of Pryor fighting Sugar Ray Leonard, it was Pryor against Alexis Aguayo. That was the fight that was made.
I mean, that ain't a bad fight. You know, like you go from Sugar Ray to Alexis. I mean, you know, that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? That's the. I mean, that Leonard and that shit would have been crazy. Oh man, that would have been.
Well, Pryor, he was the star there. He was. I don't know if he would. He would have been the B side with Leonard, but it's man. But look at he's got the herky jerky. He's trying to be the Pryor of old, and he does show some flashes of brilliance in here. But I mean, this is an Aaron Pryor who was ravaged, bro. Drugs got the
he was a shell of himself during this time. Because you know when they're shelling themselves, when they only every so often doing a fight. You know, when he's Aaron Pryor, that's Aaron Pryor, he was on the whole damn fight. You know, so that's when you start to see him starting to climb. When you see glimpse here, glimpse there, all round 1 through 5, he looked good, and then he's like, man, what's going on? That's when you know they starting to decline.
He's pretty much in his decline here. This is pure natural talent that's keeping him going right here. He's not using this. He doesn't have the speed that he had. He's totally He's defenseless, but yet he's still trying to get by. See him? He's still trying to stay on his toes, flick that jab out, throw the fast. He's landing a few punches with the combinations, but he's leaving himself wide open. And an orthodox, straight up fighter like Bobby Joe Young, he's going to time him and nail him with the right hand. I mean, I know what happened in this fight, but even the ending is, it's almost like he has a breakdown in the ring. Yep, you're naming them all, bro. Joe knows him out there.
Yeah, skills. Yeah, skills. Like he basically off of talent and his ring IQ. That's how he in there fighting off of, just their prime and all that shit is out of there.
Oh
totally
yeah,
different
man.
empires, man. Totally different.
And then, bro, another one too.
You peel back like four fights ago before this. He was a totally different fighter, man. 4 fights before this, totally different fighter.
Another fighter, man. Wilfred Benitez. Coke took this dude, man. This Wilfred Benitez, he won his first world title. Go ahead.
No, you good? Yeah, he fought it.
No, I was saying Wilfred Benitez, man. Wilfred Benitez was another one. The fucking Coke beat the fuck out of him, man. I gotta do another hit over here, man.
Yeah, man. I'm on my way to Quee's house. I'm on the way to Quee's house. So shit, I'm about to get ready to roll up my damn self. I got some strong shit over here. I smell it. It smells good. You know how you smell food when you buy it and you're on the way home and it smells good as shit. And I'm like, man, I don't even feel like rolling up doing shit. I'm almost to my destination. What you smoking on, Brucey?
Smoking on some shit called Do-si-do.
Oh, you still on that Do-si-do, man? Oh yeah, you like that shit.
Oh, there goes Pryor. Did he go down? No. Bobby Joe Young almost slipped down. But I don't think this fight has long to go. And like we said, man, Pryor, Coke ravaged Pryor. Anybody read the career of Pryor? Probably the biggest downfall we've had in boxing. How can I say that, man? Every one of them is just as important. And Wilfred Benitez, 3-time world champion, champ at 17. Unbelievable, man. He fought Sugar Ray Leonard to a great fight. He beat Roberto Duran. Never got a rematch with Duran. That would have been big. He lost to a prime Thomas Hearns. Never got a rematch there. By 1983, he was history. He was wasted on coke. Mustafa Hamsho, he had a tough time. He got beat by Mustafa Hamsho, a lumbering Mustafa Hamsho, and then he got beat by Davey Moore. And he was it's funny, he was a has-been at 20. So another one that Coke took. Macho Camacho, bro.
Hector, man.
Hector Camacho, another one, man. Hector Camacho.
I done got caught up with that bullshit.
Talented as a motherfucker. He had speed. He had the power. I saw him fight when he was younger. I saw him win his first title against Bazooka Lamone. But man, he loved that fast New York City life. He got busted. I think it was at a party. He got busted with a couple of grams of coke, and Teddy Atlas was with him. But he went over the deep end, man. He just loved doing coke, and his career it started getting down to fighting once a year. And when he fought Chavez, he was fucked up. And Chavez is another one, man. But we'll talk about him later too, man. But he fought. He knocked out Sugar Ray Leonard. He was fucked up there, but not as fucked up as Leonard was.
Yeah, they put in there Tex Cobb. Yeah, Tex Cobb was on some shit too.
Tex is another one, but I don't have any proof of Tex Cobb, so I don't know, man. I think Tex Cobb just partied. I don't know if it wrecked his career, because Tex Cobb's got a pretty good career as a stuntman and an actor. I don't know if he can be a stuntman anymore. He's my age, but he he does a lot. He did movies for a while. You know, if he was smart and put his money away, and I know he was still doing it as of recently because I was on a show with a guy named Pete Koch, and he's another one. He's an actor. He played Big Swede in Heartbreak Ridge. But anyway, man, he said, yeah, he knows Tex Cobb out in L.A. He says he does his thing out there. So I guess he's down to earth. He didn't lose it all, man. So shout out to our brother Tex Cobb. But Camacho, he ended up getting shot with coke in a car, man. Was it in Puerto Rico? You know, he was fucked, man. He was hanging out with the dealers and even Edwin Rosario, man. He was only 26 and he was a shell of himself. But coke will take you fast, man. Frankie Randall, somebody was mentioning Frankie Randall out there. He could have been a top welterweight, but he beat an over the hill Chavez, but still, man, that rematch, he was robbed. But he got into the coke big time. Michael Nunn, another one, bro. He could have been one of the greatest. So many, but Michael Nunn, dude, he started putting together some really good victories after he won his middleweight title. And then he had this fight. Watch this one, G5. It's with a guy named Sambu Kalambe. And this is the middleweight title. And he hits this guy so hard, bro. It sounds like a shotgun going off. It's a one-punch knockout. I think it was even a first-round knockout. But it was like, pow! And it's like, wow, highlight stuff. But then he, after he fought Iran Barkley and Donald Curry, by the time James Toney knocked him out, he was already fucking on coke. And after that, he got into the business end of it. He got busted. He did some time in jail. He's out now. I spoke to him not long ago, man. It was good to hear him because he's in good shape. He's actually in a gym training. He wants to do some mixed martial art, but that's probably more in his head than it's actually going to happen. But man, you know, I hope he's doing good right now. I hope he's doing well. Because, you know,
I pray all of them doing, they doing well, man. No, they say coke a rich man drug, man. So when these fighters get that first big check, man, when they not used to getting, they run across $100,000 or depends on what, 200 or 500. Shit, man. Like a lot of them, they don't know how to handle that, man.
And you get the girls that want to ride with you too, bro. You know, they want little coke whores, they used to call them. Oh
yeah. Oh, the little crumb snatchers. Shit, they baiting you. They telling you like, yeah, let's go get some coke. You know what I'm saying? Those, they're for everything.
Yeah, this is the end of the line in the ring. I don't know what state this was in. That referee doesn't look familiar. He's got that the possum haircut there.
Not the possum.
Yeah, what's that dude's name? But yeah, anyway, man, this was the end. Undefeated to this point. Let's see, look at it, already rocked on the inside. I didn't think this fight went that long. See, that's how bad my memory is.
That's what happened. Spoke a lot of weed too, man.
He's kind of defenseless. Pryor spins him around. So Pryor is fucked up. He had a son who was boxing. Aaron Pryor Jr. He still might be, I'm not sure. But man, coke took it out of Aaron Pryor over here, man. He's complaining about being hit in the back of the head.
He won't be the first and won't be the last. That's for sure.
Yep. You're right. Pryor fucked up. Joe knows. He act like he misses the count, but it's weird, bro. How that Joe's got a good one right there, bro. You watch how this fight ends, and we watched that fight in here before too, man. We watched Quarry and Chevalo, and when that head's not right, you're not going to pick that count up in time. Oh, yeah, Pryor he's getting nailed over here. Yeah, I think this is for some reason, I think this might be the fateful round. Maybe not. I don't know, man. And here we go. And look at this crazy bastard. 8. Wow, that was a fast count. And Pryor does not believe it. It's sad. He's probably got a fucking 8-ball ready to cook up right back in the room. That wasn't Panama Lewis in his corner, was it? I think Panama was banned since this was on. But he was a who had that black bottle. I don't know. Is Panama in here? Or was this before that? Because time, see? Toby Bartlett, bro. Salute, my man. The Pryor was on, the time went fast. Coke ravaged the body. It wasn't like a 3 or 4 year thing. 82, 83 was his fight with Aguayo. And if this was 84, this was just around the Billy Collins time. So Panama Lewis might have been in Aguayo's corner. I mean, in Pryor's corner. I'm not sure. Sad stuff, though, man. Sad stuff. Yeah, it's almost like it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, man. And that was the whole theme of the show, bro. And then Johnny Tapia, another one, man. Fucking from New Mexico. Tim knows all about Johnny Tapia. Drew had Danny Romero on his show a few weeks back, and that was Thank You, Impala, and that was the Johnny Tapia was his opponent, and Johnny Tapia, man, life ravaged by coke. It's difficult to say, as I'm reading now, if drugs didn't mess up his career more than his crazy life did, because he was my Vada Loca, was that the name of his on the back of his trunks, because he was he got fucked up, man. Johnny Tapia, we saw that career, man. We saw that career go fast. He just stayed around. God bless Johnny Tapia. Then Sweet Pea Whitaker, it's another one, man. He had a great career, but at the end, that was another one that, see, with the coke, you can maintain that career a little bit. It's not like you're fucking. It's not like you're It's not like you're drunk. They can't smell it. They didn't test for it back then. If you had a cool head, you could bullshit your way through some meetings and shit like that. And my buddy Picasso. Picasso knows Johnny Tapia. But another victim, man. I've been going through them over here tonight since 7 o'clock, Picasso. That's what the show's all about, bro. It's just to shout out the victims of cocaine and boxing, and let people realize, man, the difference it made.
Yeah, I know who Johnny Tappy is too. I think he stay in New Mexico. He stay by out there by Skywalker. Or it's his gym in Albuquerque. Because that's where Tim Muzzy goes to their gym and stuff. Something like that. He was telling me. I was like, oh,
Who are
that's
you
cool.
talking to?
Huh? No, you said Johnny Tapia, right?
No, I'm done with Tapia. I'm talking about Pernell Whitaker now.
No. I heard you. You said Picasso know who Johnny Tapia is
Oh
now.
yeah, Picasso shot. Yeah, Picasso's an OG, bro.
I know.
He probably partied with Johnny Tapia.
He probably did it, knowing his ass.
Picasso's my man. I see him on channel when I get up in the morning. He's on live sometimes, but it's always too early for me, man. But shout out to you, my brother Picasso, and Pernell Whitaker. Awesome fighter, bro. Lightweight, untouchable. You couldn't hit him with a fucking handful of sand. He was a slick boxer, bro. He went in the enemy's backyard. He fought a draw with Chavez. I thought he beat Chavez hands down. He lost that fight. I didn't go to Mexico. I was in Texas. Anyway, bro. Pernell Whitaker, God-given ability, gold medalist, great fighter, man. But towards the end of his career, he'd rather do the coke than fight. He passed away prematurely, freakish accident. But imagine if he'd been more dedicated, after De La Hoya and Trinidad moved on, because they didn't stay at 147, man. They moved up. And that was where Whitaker was going to max out. But he partied hardy, but he still had a fucking hell of a career, man. Got that right, Mr. Mechanical. I mean, I watched Pernell Whitaker, and I wanted to see him get tagged, and he never did. He never did, bro. He always avoided those punches. When he fought Chavez, it was a beautiful masterpiece. Who was the dude from Chicago that he fought? I'll think of it. Is it Johnny Collins? Like I said, man, you can imagine if Whitaker had been true to form. Oh, bro. I need two of them, Picasso. Doctor told me last time I asked him, but that was about 10 years ago, because I knew what I had to do. Maybe they can go in there and clean them out now. I don't know, bro. Maybe next time in fact, I'm going for a physical in a couple more weeks. They called me today, reminding me, you got to go give some urine and blood and fast for 12 hours and blah, 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 blah. And it was on, I think it's on the 14th. And my wife's got something on the 13th going. I got to go with her. And I thought it was, but anyway, they were going to have me do it tomorrow. And I said, but how can I fast? And I could have, but anyway, it was a day ahead of time. But bro, believe me, Picasso, the reefer gets me through. Having shows like this, man, talking to the masses out there, the millions and millions of people listening to me, and having my brother G5 up here encouraging me, bro, bringing on the good weed, makes me forget about the shoulder pain. But you're right, though. Nothing like lifting weights, man. I was thinking about that today. What else was I on? I was on Blood, listening to Blood Talk, and they were talking about benching. Something about when Wilder benched at 300. And Blood says he could do that in his 20s. He probably couldn't do it now. And I'm thinking, shit, man, I could do that in my 40s. I couldn't do it now. But
Right.
I missed that like a motherfucker, Picasso. You're right. There ain't nothing like it. Chest day, we go in there, man. Throw them fucking 45-pound fucking poles up and down for a few, and then drop a couple of 45s on there. Fucking warm up with a $1.20, $1.35. Is that what it was? Yeah, $1.35. And then you start slapping them on there. You know, 285. Come on, one more. You know, got to go to the bathroom. Can I smoke blood? Just put a few drops in a pipe. Nah, man, I wouldn't smoke blood. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Maybe it was a strain, but that's just plain strange. Smoke blood.
Yeah. Blood OG. That's how weird as shit.
What's he on?
Man, I don't even sound attractive. Like you're a fucking vampire or some shit. Picasso, what's good, fam? I see you in there. It's time to roll up now, Brucey. Quee said, "What's up, her Bruce Gas?"
What's up, Quee?
She's sitting right here next to me.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump in the chat.
Much love, sister. Much love to you. But yeah, bro, we're talking about that nasty fucking Peruvian matcha powder. How it used to be a fuck back when I was growing up. Like I don't even want to go back. I said it all in the beginning, man. I was introduced to this stuff in the mid '70s, and I got heavy duty into it in the year of 1978, the blizzard of '78. That was the blizzard in my fucking apartment, bro. And I got out of. I haven't done it hardly at all since the '90s. And it's not even in my vocabulary now, except to come on here and share this with you cats. Because, bro, that was it's some nasty shit. And it ain't like I'm reading about it. I'm telling you how it went down, bro. I know. I had so much coke. I know that feeling. I know how it can make you crazy. I know how it can take over weed. All these cats I knew, heavy weed smokers, when they started getting into coke heavy, the weed wasn't strong enough. You know, they had to get a lot of coke, not just a line, like, you know, maybe 4 big lines. So you know, the shit's the devil out there. And then when they learned how to smoke it, and the fucking the IV people said, oh, this is water soluble. You can put this right in the fucking water, cook it up, inject it, bang, and it's a whole different high. Smoking it is fucking lightning bugs, right? Smoking it and sniffing it is lightning bugs. Injecting it is lightning. It's a totally different fucking high. And smoking it and crack like that's just like injecting it, man. That creates a whole different animal. And unfortunately, a lot of these boxers, they get into smoking it and injecting it, and it ruined them, man. There you go, G5. There you go, man.
Big ass bud.
That's what it is, bro. I'm about.
Oh yeah.
What
big
strand you got there, bro?
It's some type of perk. Oh man.
Yeah, nice color. Let me give you a full screen with that bad boy here, man. Hang on a second. Let me get my mouth over here.
Nice bowling ball bud. This bitch got some weight on it too.
Oh yeah, look at that baby. That's what it is, man. That's what it is.
Yeah. Backside purple as shit. The other side kind of crazy, but oh yeah, look like a piece of a moon. But yeah, it's time to roll up some gas, man.
I kind of got one that looks a little bit like that here, man. Kind of like that. See if I can get that. See if I put my hand behind it.
Rolling with the punches. What's popping, rolling?
There you go. See that bad boy?
Yes, sir.
Looks like it's gonna bite you.
Yeah, yes. It's a snake.
That's a snake, all right, man. Rolling with the punches, my brother. That's a fucking venomous rattlesnake in there.
Oh yeah, rolling. I don't know if you caught my out here on full screen. My nice little boulder over here. It smells pretty fucking good too.
Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. I didn't want to do it on camera. In fact, I want to
Oh
put you
yeah.
back up here too, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, this one smells good too. Oh yeah.
You know, I gotta learn how to juggle up the pictures on StreamYard. You
But
know, when you got like
Android.
4 or 5 people in the room, how you can put them back and forth like the Brady Bunch kind of thing.
Oh, layout.
Yeah, is it layout? I never figured out how to do that. Not that I have a lot of people on here, but like I have like you and George and Chad and
Mm-hmm.
Trick Nolte, and sometimes we get lucky and have a fighter like that. You know, we're gonna have one next week. I don't want to drop any
Yeah.
names, but I got a few good ones here that are possibilities. You know, we see what happens, man. You know, but man, you know, I'm gonna get back into my theme and finish this fucking theme up. Maybe
Yes,
we can
sir.
smoke a few kicks back here. Like Pernell Whitaker, man, that was another one of the fucking G's. And man, you know, like the '80s, they were crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Julio Cesar Chavez, after his career was winding down, man, he was at a party with El Chapo and all the guys from the cartel, right? And they didn't bring fucking coke, and Chavez threw him the fuck out. He went fucking nuts. I read this, man. I read this in a Mexican newspaper, and they went out and they got the coke and came back. He was fucking yelling at fucking fucking Guzman himself, you know. I mean, that's how crazy this stuff will make you. You know, and that's why the boxes and you know, especially the ones that I was exposed to, the heavyweight boxers, man, they've made a fucking wreck out of them. You know, please, I think this is kind of an important show to do, bro. You know, because I hate to see that happen to other boxers. Any young boxers out there, man. You know, you watch this because I know there's a lot of them in YouTube community to hang out, man. You know, you check this out, and you know I'm not bullshitting you, bro. This is the real deal. This is stuff that I saw. You know, this is not stuff I had to look up and I had to fucking Google and Wikipedia. This is stuff I had to check, make sure some of the dates were right and some of the names were right. But man, you know, I saw this whole fucking purge going down. Yes, I do, William Old School. Yeah, you know, I used to have this. This guy gave me a vape pipe about. Oh shit, man. 2016. A friend of mine, man, when they first came out, he had a bunch of them. Yeah, and they were like $90 a piece. And he came down to my store one day, and you know, he's like, I paid like $40 a piece for them. I bought like 100 of them. I got them in my garage. He goes, I'll give you one for what I paid for it. And I was broke, man. You know, $40 meant a lot back then. I didn't have it. And he was like one of my best buds. But I didn't even know what a vape pipe was at the time. It's one of those, you know, you don't even you put the weed in there, you put the oil in there, and it's got a battery in there. And you touch it, you do a hit, put it back in your pocket. Yeah, I didn't even know what that was, but you know, he's telling me, oh, you gotta try this. You got to, bro. He goes, Bruce Gas, you gotta get onto this vape stuff, man. It's better than the Toker too. And I'm like, you know, bro, I would, Bob, but I just can't afford it. Bro. I can't. He's like, hey, man, I'm gonna give you one. You and I go way back. Blah blah blah. blah. He's my brother anyway, bro. He was one of my compadres from the fucking '70s. But anyway, man. That's what I was talking about. I was talking with my bro, William Old School. You know, I liked this thing. I was using it for a long time, and then I bought one of those vape pipes. Like, what the hell, vaporizers? Yeah, you put the weed in there, and you turn on the battery, or you turn the electric part of it on, and it fills the thing with smoke, and you get it out. And that was pretty cool, man. You know, I thought that was a real healthy way to smoke, but I don't know what happened. The thing got broken, or we got sick of doing it. And, you know, I came right back to 1974, and you know, it's the way I like to burn my flower. I occasionally grab some dabs, some concentrate. Sometimes I'm there too. I'll grab a box of edibles. One of my brothers out there sent me the best edibles I ever had, man. Hint, hint, hint. But I like weed, man. You know, it relaxes me. I don't wake up hungover. I don't say anything outrageous, I hope. I don't do anything outrageous, I hope. But, you know, I'm in control 100% of the time.
Nope, you don't, Bruce. God answer.
I know that, man. I know that.
I was on fucking mute, man. I was rolling a blunt. I'm on mute. I'm like, nah, shit. Mm-hmm. But nah, man, you don't do nothing outrageous, man.
That's why weed is a harmless fucking herb, man. The only thing fucked up about it is it's so expensive.
It's a costly habit, man. But it's a habit that you tie into your normal life, and you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. It works out. It works out.
I put too much in that one. No, but see, I think weed's got a lot of different properties to it that people don't quite understand yet, too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I went to my high school reunion the other night. I don't even know. Yeah, I told all you cats all about that. My 50th year high school reunion was Saturday night. And so I went there, bro. Let me see if I can find my fucking card over here. Yeah, here it is, man. They give me this. They give me this to wear. I'm gonna have to go full screen on this one, bro.
Yeah, damn it, Brucey. And then he put Bruce Goes on it. Damn.
Bro, I didn't put it on there. They had them for everybody. And that's your yearbook picture. That was in my yearbook. So, dude, I'm seeing all these people, and you know, since the pandemic, I'm a recluse anyway. But I don't touch many people except my wife, and I don't kiss anybody except my dog and my wife. And you know, all these people are fucking kissing me, and I'm kissing them back and shit like that. And I'm saying, oh, I hope I don't get COVID. I hope I don't get fucking monkeypox, whatever. Everybody's hugging you. Bruce Goes, oh my fucking God. Remember at the junior prom? Remember we went back? But anyway, man, it was so much fun. But I gave myself a COVID test yesterday. Nothing. No, not a fucking bit of pink in the fucking thing, man. You know, and I think the weed actually fucking keeps your something about your the receptors in your respiratory system. I think it kind of lubricates them so they don't attract any foreign viruses. And I've heard this where it has carcinogenical properties where your receptors won't accept the bad viruses or the cancer cells. And man, I'll tell you, I was a little bit shaky. I mean, I must have hugged or kissed about 40 people, you know. But anyway, the weed was my fucking savior, man. And that's why I recommend smoking weed for medicinal purposes and for fucking recreational purposes. There you go, G5. Look at that fucking nice little blunt he's got ready to fire up there. I brought about five or six of those with me to the fucking reunion. And me and this guy, we went out there. We smoked one. I gave him one. I smoked one because I didn't want to pass a joint to him. But nobody else there wanted to go out and party. They're like, oh man, I would, but I got to drive back to Providence, so I got to catch a plane tomorrow morning. And so I ended up giving a couple of people joints, but I'm like, man, you know, you cats. I used to ride around with you cats and smoke reefers and drink fucking bottles of wine and 6-packs, and you know, it was party central. But these cats, man, for one night they're all drinking like fishes, but not too many. Only one or two wanted to go smoke a joint out there with me. It's like, this is the way I party, man. This is to me, this is the thing that keeps me younger and sharper than all of you cats out there that I was talking to. Because man, believe me, I I never saw so many walkers and wheelchairs and canes and oh my god.
I bet you was like, hell no. Shit, I might be old, but I'm not in that condition, damn it.
No, I'm only kidding you. I didn't see any wheelchairs. A couple of people with canes, but I thought it was going to be really worse than that. It wasn't as bad as I thought, man. I thought I was going to see fucking really, really ragged out people, and I thought that there'd be fucking oxygen tanks there and nurses there. It wasn't that bad. It looked like a bunch of fucking old people having what do they call it, man? When you get the fucking cheap prices at the restaurant, early bird specials, you know. Looked like a bunch of those people. I used to have a restaurant, and I'd say, "Here comes the old people for the early bird special." But now that's what I look like. So the fuck, you know.
There go your girl.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Kui, what's happening, my sister?
Smoking what she smokes. While I'm smoking what I smoke.
Hey, to each his own.
You dig?
But I'll tell you, man, they even because of the medicinal purposes of it, they even sell the CBD shit that doesn't get you high for people who are really concerned about their health. They get all the good stuff out of it without getting the psychoactive things that I like. You know, the number one thing that I'm in it for is the buzz. But they actually sell the CBD shit, the CBD drops, the oil. Big business, man. $1 billion business, man. Everywhere you go into a 7-Eleven, you go into a Walmart, you go into a fucking Walgreens drugstore. It's right there, man. It's fucking CBD for medicinal purposes will not get you high. They sell it everywhere. CBD gum. They put it in fucking deodorants, all kind of fucking shit, man. I'm telling you.
Shit, muscle rub, lip balm. Like I got friends that got, weed infused lip balm, muscle rub, shit, you name it.
I want to make some what do they call it? Butter, BUDA.
Yeah.
I want to make some of that real soon, but I don't know how to do it, and I'm like almost afraid to. They say put a 1/4 ounce in the water and boil it up. I'm afraid to do that, man. I don't have a 1/4 ounce to fucking put in boiling water. I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more about that. Maybe send a few emails to to leafy.com, ask them a few questions. But I want to make edibles, man. I'd rather eat it than smoke it. I don't want to get the fucking smoke in me. I'd rather fucking eat the stuff. Make some cookies out of it. Make some brownies. Like Rolling with the Punches, he makes Michigan cookies. That's what I'm gonna make, some fucking Bristol cookies.
Like my pen I got, my Skywalker OG pen, man. That shit.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, man. That's cool, bro.
Ooh,
Nice
shit.
stuff, man.
That shit kicks like a goddamn elephant. Shit. Yeah, that motherfucker got a strong pull to it. I'm like, woo.
Oh yeah, kicking back nicely on a Tuesday night. Put together another fight for next week.
Oh yeah, man.
Put together another guest fighter, I hope, man, because those guys are so much fun to come on. You have to have
Man,
come on.
it's fun, man.
Oh.
It's fun.
And hey,
It don't matter.
listen to this, bro. Remember Darren Van Horn was asking about he wanted to get fight tapes of his fights.
Right.
I found a site out there. It got fucking at least a dozen of his fights on there.
That's dope.
It's fucking, it's like this
You
is
texted to him?
I fucking called him up. I keeps putting me the voicemail, and now the voicemail is so full. I guess he don't look at his voicemails. And so I called up Trick, and Trick said the same thing. He keeps calling him, and it goes to voicemail. So it's like, if you're watching my show, Darren Van Horn, call me up, bro. You have my number. I'll give you a site to go on. It's got your fights you won, your fights you lost, my man. It's the fights you wanted. This blew my mind. I saw one of them on there on one of my suggestions on YouTube, so I watched it, and then I fucking I typed to the guy underneath it. I'm a friend of Darren Van Horn. He's looking for fights, and I put it in his chat, in his fucking comment thing. So, anyways, bro, I said, let me just go to his site and see what's up. So I go there, and it's not much on the first page, but you go to the second page, it's got Van Horn versus Thomas, Van Horn versus Barkley, Van Horn versus fucking, so many of them, I can't even remember the names of the fighters. And it was,
They got this fight of the fight of the year on there, or the knockout of the year.
probably, yeah, probably has them all. I only found it yesterday, so I haven't really paid. I didn't watch every fight, but I saw so many names on there. Dude, it's like I could easily put it on there for him right here, man. I think it'd probably be easy. Find it. I have to go into my.
Hey, look, read Picasso comment. Picasso, you was a motherfucker, man.
Hey, man, I'll tell you, it's still sad, man. My brother Mad Chad has got that fucking cannabinoid stenosis, and anytime he can get real fucking sick, and it's like death sick. You feel like you're throwing your fucking lungs up, and it can be fatal. I did some research on it, Googled it, to say the least. But it's a serious thing. But dude, you've been smoking weed for 40 years, and it's your favorite thing, and all of a sudden, you can, if you smoke it, you may get real sick. So it's up to you. And it's like, what the fuck, And so that would cause somebody like me to drink. I don't know if I'd be able to. Yeah, I wouldn't be a good person if I had to voluntarily stop smoking weed. It would be fucked up, man.
Dude, that'd be shit, dude.
People are coming down with that right now, G5.
I know. My brother-in-law, he a diabetic, and he used to get it sometimes. I don't know if it was a combination with his medication or something that was triggering it, and he has asthma as well. But shit, he used to get that shit. And I told him, I said, maybe it's who you getting it from that's fucking you up or something. So I turned him on to my plug.
It's a medical condition.
Yeah. Then he got mine.
Antone, yes, we are getting stoned. I am anyway. I'm sure G5 is.
Fuck yeah. It's just my first blunt. This is my first blunt of the day. Like, real talk.
I am a slave to Mary Jane. And if I ever had cannabinoid stenosis, like I'm gonna wow, this bud is so nice. And you know how you can tell a nice bud? You take it, you put your fingers on it, and it just sticks to your fingers like glue, right? It's like sticky.
You already know. That big boulder, I broke it down. It spread it out like a damn.
Oh, that's just a little piece of it.
Yeah, that big one I had, I parted it. Oh man.
You can only put a small. You only can put a tiny little fucking BB size, not even a BB sized.
Yeah, I'll tape. See, I broke it down now, Bruce.
That's how it lasts so long. See this hit I'm putting in here is so fucking small. My thumbnail is way bigger than it, and that right there. Believe it or not, that's going to be a ripper.
Yeah. See, I broke it down. That big ass boulder started breaking out pieces out that joint. You know, it's that real purple. It's so purple it look dark. Shit.
Oh, my tunes just went away. I'll get back to find my. Let's keep playing. No, we don't want that.
Allons vivre un grand moment de fête.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Oh yeah.
Just trying to put my
Shit,
clothes out stuff in here.
no, I'm a young OG Picasso, so yeah, but I do look younger than my age, and I'm cool. Yeah, the weed works. The weed to help you find the fountain of youth.
The weed works, yes.
Weed to help you find the fountain of youth, Bruce.
The weed works. Yeah, here's some. How's this stuff here? Copyright free. I don't even know how good it is. Kind of fucking too backgroundy for me. Let's see here, man.
Antoine, grape soda. That's what it is.
Nope, that's not gonna work. Grape soda, and I just drink water. I do mix protein powder with it in the morning.
Yeah. That's the strain I'm smoking on, that grape soda. I ain't had nothing in a minute.
Yeah, this is just stuff for me to close it out with here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I usually 7 to 9. I try not to go too much over that. And everybody left except you, G5. I appreciate you coming by here, man.
Of course, my
I was
brother.
just kind of thinking, I was just like I said, man. You know, this is dedicated to all you cats out there who are thinking about doing this fucking coke. Believe me, man. You don't even need to try it. It's not that good. I've seen grown men have to walk around with Pepto-Bismol in their pocket so they wouldn't poop their pants. You know what I'm saying, man? I've seen guys tell me that they couldn't even get it up there. They had coked out balls. So people say it's a great sex drug. Yeah, maybe for a small amount, but once you get to the point where you're addicted to this shit, bro, you're fucked. And we've seen so many boxers' careers go down the tubes. And if you haven't seen them, man, play this video back. And I go through a lot of them, and I tell you, this stuff is garbage. And I tell you how I saw it. And anyway, man, thank you all for coming in here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging in with me for a couple hours tonight here, man. G5, like I said, bro, I appreciate you coming in here. You guys, man, go see G5. G5, drop your link in the chat before you go, man. And bro, I'm gonna close it out, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning, my brother.
Oh, most doubt. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all supporting my brother Bruce Gas. Smash that like button. I drop my link, man. Y'all pull up if y'all haven't pulled up, man. Good boxing conversation, sports conversation, life conversation. Man, we just go where the chat really takes us. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we help people get through their day, man, and they get something out of the channel every morning, man, that's all I'm here for, man. So anything else that come with it, that's extra, that's a benefit, but we working, man. So shout out to my brother Bruce Gas. All love. Shout out to y'all in the chat. I'll drop my link again. I'll let you close it out to next Tuesday, my brother.
Peace, G5. Peace, man. Peace. Yeah, bro. You know, like I said, man, it was a crazy Tuesday night fights here, but we watched a couple of Tuesday night fights, and we saw the how cocaine ripped apart boxing at the top in the 80s, man. Thank you so much for coming by. This is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and More. I know as soon as I close this down, I'm going to say shit. Something else I wanted to say, but did I write it down anywhere, man? No, I guess I didn't. But God bless everybody, man. Thank you so much for coming by. Peace.